How the devil are you? It's me, Dr. Benji, otherwise known as Ben. Back with Canary Island. How have you been? I hope you're enjoying the save. I hope you're enjoying the videos I produced this week. We're on to the big one now. We're playing Ipswich. But first of all, let's look through the games that you haven't seen. So the first game we played was against Leeds. It was our first 0-0 actually. It was quite an even game. We had the best of it. The best chance was them having a cross, us getting it back and then counter-attacking. It's funny because this one move at the end of the Leeds game, which was kind of the only highlight of the game, has made me wonder that maybe we should be playing in counter-attack. We were very quick on the break, and that matters to me. The first chance is cleared by them for a corner. We whip in the corner. It's quite a strange corner. It loops right to the back post, and then Basson comes in at the back post, the other back post, and nearly gets a shot on goal. Headed off the line, and then Cameron Jerome has, I can only assume, a shot. Then we beat Watford, playing the counter-attacking style, and really this was the Elliot Bennett, Lewis Grabban show. I think it's Bennett plays in... Grabban plays in Bennett, Bennett shoots, comes back out to Grabban, who finishes it off, celebrates in style, and then not long after, I do believe Grabban gets a second with another Bennett assist, just nips it inside. It's interesting because Gary Hooper is now back and fit, so if he's going to be able to work his way into the team, it's going to be because Lewis Grabban's either tired or injured or slips out of form, because right now he's on fire as he plays in Bennett here, who loops one into the far corner. Carl Lafferty's found that it's very difficult to break into the team right now with Houlihan and Redmond and Bennett and Grabban. So Hooper's going to find it equally as difficult. We then played our rematch against Derby. Obviously, last episode we beat Derby in the Cup to set up a game against Everton, but this time round they got the best of us. The first goal scored by Best. Beats John Ruddy into the far corner. Disappointing. Then Ryan Bennett tries to chop someone down midway through the second half to give them a chance to make it 2-0. Eustace steps up and does so with ease. So that ends that. Onto the Old Farm. So the time has arrived. The time is now. It's time for the Old Farm, which is kind of... that didn't used to be the name of this fixture, I don't think. But we're playing Ipswich Town. Ipswich are having a pretty rotten season, which I'd say is a shame, but considering I'm Norwich manager, not a shame at all. If you have a little look at the league table, they're currently playing their trade at 21st. We're at the top of the league after the games we've just seen. Lewis Grabban's still playing terrifically well for us, obviously keeping up the goals too, but I just want to run you through a few of the other players that are standing out so far. Obviously Grabban is grabbing the headlines. Never going to get old. Elliot Bennett's having a really good season, actually. He was injured for a lot of the Premier League last year, so you didn't really see a lot of him, and that may have been a contributing factor to why they went down. You never know. Russell Martin at the back. He's been on the bench recently, but when he's played, he's been very, very good. Sebastian Bassong, really pleased to get hold of him. If you look at this column here, and it's thundering outside. Terrifying. If you didn't hear that, that's just me talking to myself. Key headers. 23 key headers in 7 and a sub-appearance. Well, that's incredible. Key tackles, he's got 9. If we look at his centre-back partner, Ryan Bennett, despite giving away a penalty, has got 16 key tackles, 9 key headers. But that 23 key headers from Sebastian Bassong really is up there. In terms of goal scorers, apart from Grabban, it's pretty mixed. Bennett's got a couple, Redmond's got a couple, Jerome's got a couple, Houlihan's grabbed a couple too. And on the assist stats, Elliot Bennett, you can see why he's got such a good average rating. 3 goals, 6 assists in 11 games. 13 key passes, 5 key headers, no key tackles, but you don't really expect that from a wide player. Anyway, it's time to play the big game. It's the local derby against the local boys Ipswich Town. So let's get straight into it. We've got a few days to continue through it here, so at least I can have a little bit of a chat. So I hope you're enjoying the videos. Is the kind of crux of everything. I hope you're enjoying it. If you are enjoying it, please leave a like on all of them. Go back and leave a like. Or if you've missed a few episodes, go back, watch those. Follow on with the series. This is a Monday, Wednesday, Friday series of Norwich. People have been asking, how long will I go on for? Until it's finished. Until it's good. So there we are. Until there's a natural point of stopping it. Now, I really should have planned this. Now, I'm going to have to sit through international breaks, I assume, and all sorts. But Norwich in first. The season's gone really, really well. I can't complain about any of how the season's gone. It's been a really good save to do as well. I wanted it to be just like this. Obviously, top of the league. That's what you dream of it being like anyway. But I was a little bit worried that you'd pick a save that I had no idea how. I didn't know how this was going to play. I didn't play through it beforehand. I downloaded the recent LFC Marshall update, which is a data editor to improve all the transfers and up-to-date clubs. And I didn't know how it would go down. And luckily for me, it's going quite well. Got a few selection problems now. I've got quite a lot of attacking players, so it'll be interesting to see if I can get maybe offload one in January, but we're only in the middle of October, so there's a way off that yet. But it does mean we get to rotate, especially with a few cup games here and there. It does mean the what was the England score there? 8-1 against San Marino. Let's check it out. Why not? Look at that. What a bevy of young talent that San Marino have got. Oh, England, eh? They're fun, aren't they? We're getting ever closer to the crunch kickoff. I can't wait. Hopefully we do well. Ipswich have not beaten Norwich in real... That's thunder again. Oh, I'm just talking to myself. I'll pretend it's not there. I'll tell you what, this is a big game. So it's time to do the old... that really is powerful, that thunder. Back to the game. This is bad. Is this bad news? Because it's thunder and lightning outside, and I'm about to play my local derby. So I'm not sure. Usually I just do that, that one, that one, that one, that one, that one, that one. There we go. We're through them. Do you do press conferences? Are you the sort of person that does a press conference? It's tricky, isn't it? You don't want to have to sit through all of them. Okay, I'm not doing another one. No comment. We'll deal with that later. Oh, now we're saving the game. Jeez, I saved time by doing the little highlight bit at the start, and now I'm letting this happen. Well, you know, this is a longer episode of me waffling, so enjoy that, I guess. We'll have to settle for it. That's it. Save the game so we can play the old farm. The old farm. If you don't know why it's called the old farm when you're watching from abroad or a different part of England, you're not fully aware. It's because it's quite farm heavy in East Anglia, which is like an East Anglian derby, really, which is part of England. Right then, Declan Rice picked up a knock, but luckily we have Mark Bunn who can do it for us. I'm going to bring Wes Houlihan in for this game. Carl Lafferty was really poor against Derby County. Aside from that, we're in pretty good shape. If I just check the fitness of the team, yep, absolutely fine. Would I make any changes to this? No, Ben, I wouldn't. So don't bother. Actually, we're going to come off counter and we're going to start the game in standard. So here it is. I should play some dramatic music, but copyright laws don't allow me to do that anymore. So let's get into it. The old farm. They're looking weak. I'm just slagging them off. Just slagging them off. Oh, shout out to Work the Space. You've got to do this bit because they love it. Frankly, do they love it, Jack? No. Oh, they do. Some of them liked it. Right then, let's put it back into 2D. Oh, not that 2D. That's the devil 2D. This 2D. There we go. We're back in the game now. Speed it up a tad. Whittaker with a throw-in. We've got the early first chance. No, we haven't. Salmon's nipped him. And are we going to win it back? Bradley Johnson? Come on, you can be my hero, baby. There we go. Elliot Bennett. Is the Bennett Grabban duo going to carry on? That's a really poor finish from Redmond. Did not put his foot through that at all. Disappointing finish to quite a good move. But never mind. Whittaker. Bennett. We keep quite a nice shape. We almost act like Bradley Johnson sits and then Howson acts like a secondary kind of support midfielder to Houlihan. So in this situation, you can see, I was focusing on the goal, but these three players here, very much a triangle when we go forward, and when we sit back, Johnson sits in front of the back four, and Howson kind of works for either or because he's a box-to-box midfielder. He works for Houlihan when he needs to, and he sits back for Johnson when he needs to, and that's perfect. He's the perfect sort of player in that area. It's the sort of player that's really difficult to replace as well, because you need a player that can work with both players. And that may well be to do with the fact they have not, like, the familiarity with that kind of role may well be really important. So I guess we'll see if we ever decide to change it and it doesn't work out. But Ipswich are coming forward. They've not had the greatest start to the season, so if they put me under the cosh here, oh, that's going to be John Ruddy has made a marvel. I will do a little clap there for just how good that save was. Oh, a save on Derby Day. That's good. That's as good as a goal, as my friend Peter would say. As good as a goal. Howson clears it. Doing his defensive duties. We've just been raving about him, so that's nice to see. Lewis Grabban is... I'm not saying he's completely out of the game, but him and Bradley Johnson suffering a bit. Johnson's just picked up a knock. We have got Alexander Tetty on the bench, so if Johnson cannot continue, and I may well sub him off anyway. Tetty's got a little bit more in terms of an engine. I'll just say unlucky. I want to keep spirits relatively high. We'll take Johnson off. We'll bring Tetty in. We may bring Gary Hooper on for Lewis Grabban in the second half. But let's have a little lucky there then, shall we? Norwich 0, Ipswich 0. Much like the game last weekend when it was pretty mundane, wasn't it, for those who watch it? And this is equally as kind of stalemate-ish. But I'm hoping we can get a win, because to win the derby, I think morale will be very, very high, especially after losing to Derby. and now we're playing our local derby as we come forward again. Lewis Grabban, Elliot Bennett. Now these two have worked terrifically well. There's Tetty bursting through. Johnson probably wouldn't have done that. Bennett to the back post. Johnny Howson. Oh, he's hit the post. Oh, he got up really well though. The fact he was there to have the effort is all we need really. We're recycling it though. Houlihan tackled. Well tackled actually, but he's still got the ball. Bennett, are we going to be able to... Houlihan shoots! Oh, fantastic save by the Ipswich goalkeeper. We're piling on the pressure now. This is good. Grabban's coming to the game a little bit more. Houlihan seems to be controlling it. Tetty's giving it a little bit more energy. All of those things combined, and we're looking in quite good shape. If we can keep this up, we're laughing. But there's not been anything going down. So I think we're going to bring a Hooper on for Grabban. There's an argument to bring Cameron Jerome on because he's played a little bit more, but I just think Gary Hooper, his stats on this game are particularly good. I should have showed you that really, but his finishing stats are very good. So if he gets one chance, the chances are he will put it away. And I've given him 25 minutes. So I've given him plenty of time to make an impact on the game. He's looking very nervous though, apparently, if you really believe the body language experts out there in the crowd. I do think that's a strange thing to have in FM, and it doesn't look... Maybe we should have gone attacking because it looks like this is going to fizzle out now. There's not going to be long left. I don't know how much added time. It's going to be 3 minutes. So is there going to be a late winner, or is this going to fizzle out? I'm worried it's going to fizzle out because a 0-0 against Ipswich isn't actually that good a result. If this wasn't Ipswich and we'd drawn 0-0 with a team... It's like they're playing on a farm. With a team in 21st, I'd be disappointed. And there it is. It's all over. Well, what an underwhelming derby match. I guess the highlight was me waffling before the game. I will say we weren't good enough. Yeah, they look fired up. I don't know what our upcoming fixtures are. We'll have a little look. We stay top of the league, but we've played early there, so a few teams could leapfrog us. We dominated the game. 15 shots to Ipswich's 3 there, if you just noticed that. But a 0-0. Not what you want to be seeing. So what games have we got upcoming? We've got the Everton game. I'm undecided to whether that'll be Monday's video. I guess we'll see, because I'll be making that video next Saturday anyway. So say in the comments, would you like to see Everton, or would you rather see, we'll say Blackpool, because they're quite an interesting side. So Blackpool or Everton, let me know in the comments, and that's the video that we'll cover, or the game we'll cover. From me, Ben, I will see you next time. Thank you very much for watching. Goodbye.